Thank you, Ms. Keller. Mr. Farage.
Well, I know a lot of you are very pleased with the result of the UK general election, and you view it as a victory for the EU. Let me give you a sense of perspective. In the 2015 general election, just 13% of voters voted for parties, namely UKIP, which was the only one that wanted to leave the European Union. Last Thursday, over 85% of British voters voted for parties on a manifesto not just of leaving the European Union, but of leaving the single market as well. In fact, on the morning of the general election, 70% of the British public, whichever way they'd voted in the referendum, simply wanted the government to get on and to complete and to conclude Brexit. Now, I know that Theresa's terrible campaign has cast a bit of doubt on this. And I saw that Emmanuel Macron yesterday, a call echoed by Mr Verhofstadt this morning, said there's still time for the United Kingdom to change its mind. You don't have to leave. Let me tell you, the only certainty in this mess is that we will be leaving. But that hasn't stopped a parade of former prime ministers and of former European commissioners lining up and attempting to get the British government to backslide on its commitments. There is now a big push, a big drive for us to opt for a Norway-style option. And I have to confess that your chief negotiator, Mr Barnier, is right, because it took Theresa May 9 months to trigger Article 50, and by the time the talks start, it will be nearly 4 months since it was triggered. So I do accept that we go into this as a British government with a British Prime Minister in a very weak position. And she's caught in a bit of a pincer movement, because the political class would like us to stay in the customs union, to stay in the single market. But the people have made it perfectly clear they want us to leave both of those things. And I would say this, that unless Theresa May, and it's difficult for her because she never really believed in Brexit, but unless Theresa May stands up at the summit next week and in those negotiations and makes it absolutely clear that she's not giving an inch, that we are leaving the single market, unless she does those things, her own party will get rid of her, and then yet more time will be lost in the Article 50 process.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're calling time on Britain's membership of the European Union.